Eve. Checking in, y'all. Checking in with y'all. What's good? Just thought I'd come here and check in with you all. I have been MIA for a little while. I wasn't feeling well. So I'm back and I'm in the garden today and I wanted to show you guys around. The temperatures are amazing here today on the homestead. I like to call this the prepare stead, right? That's what I heard one of my other YouTubers like. Look, this is the prepare stead. But anyway, this is Dr. Eve. You know also that I'm a homesteader, and I'm always preparing to make sure that we have our basic needs, which are food, water, energy, and shelter. So I'm here today in the garden, and it's 85. It was 85 degrees today, which was amazing weather for our area and for June because I am in Zone 8B. In Zone 8B in North Carolina, it's pretty hot out here, right? But today, bless God, we had really good weather, and I am still putting food in the ground. So I started late, kind of late this year because, baby, one of the things I've been dealing with is deer. How many of y'all have been dealing with the deer, like just thinking that their food, your food was their food? Well, they love the food, right? They love to eat too, but we must also build in deer resistance. And so my focus this year has been deer resistance. How do I keep them from eating the food that I'm preparing to store up for the winter? So today I'm in the garden and I will share with you some of the resistance tips that I did, but only after I plant a few more plants. So today I'm in the garden. As you can see, there's a lot going on back here. These are my berries. As you can see, I'm building a makeshift what do you call? I'm using repurposing a tent that I had to let's see if I can show it to you, repurposing a tent back there that I have and to be able to use as a greenhouse this winter. So what I'm doing a lot more of is growing upward, and I will show you that at some point. But here on the table are all things that I still have to put in the ground. I have lemongrass, I have some dill, I have a ton of rotel, a ton of stevia, some peppers, some edible edible cactus. I have a bunch of herbs, and of course the things that I grew from seed myself. So this is what the garden is looking like right now. I've added a bunch of flowers, so I'm doing a lot of work, but my berry orchard is the thing that's growing the most. So I also have several, let me see if I can turn this around. I also have several things growing here, like my sweet potatoes. I have a couple other beds going on around the yards, but I have a bed here of eggplant, fennel, peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers, all of that. I also have the sweet potatoes in bags here. And these down here are some more peppers and jalapenos because I make my own sauces. So I'm preparing these also to put in the ground. But today I'm putting stevia in the ground, and I'm going to have you join me as I put this stevia in this one little container down here. Hello there. Thank you for coming. I'm just sharing some of my moments in the garden. I'm going to bring this down a little so you can see. I am planting stevia today. Stevia is is it going down right? Yeah. Stevia is a natural sweetener. And hold on, y'all. It's a natural sweetener, and it's good for us over sugar because many of you know, and here we go. I got some stevia on the table, and I'm going to be planting these today because they absolutely need to go in the ground. So these are my stevia plants. These are the natural sugars. And so I'm going to be putting these in this bed here so that I can keep them going. I got to grab all of them. And some of them are starting to get a little wilty. And so I need to make sure that I don't lose anything. So I'm getting ready to make this whole bed nothing but stevia because I need to make sure that I have a sugar substitute or a sweetener substitute for baking, for drinks, for anything, for coffee, anything that you might be interested in. So I am planting the stevia today in these bins. So again, as I've been sharing with you, I have been out here fighting the deer. So I'm gonna move this to the side and maybe use this as a seat. No, I'm gonna use this as a seat because I'm 61, so getting down too low is kind of hard, which is why I am working hard to build things upward and to build in a way that I can maintain. Hello there. I don't know who's here, but say hello. Welcome to my garden, my food forest. I like to refer to it. Let me see if I can shift this camera around a little bit so that we can see better. So it's asking me to orientation is locked, rotate device back, and so okay, I gotta rotate it back. It's saying that orientation was locked in already. So the best thing to do is probably bring this down a little bit more so you all can join me in the process as I talk about this stevia. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. I can't really see your comments, but thank you. I'm going to turn this around to me so I can see your comments as I am here in the garden. So I'm going to plant these and get going. And I have to get a little water too because they're going to need a little bit of water. I'm not prepared to do a tour just yet because I'm still organizing my beds. So I will have you join me while I plant the stevia. Let's see. I'm fighting off the mosquitoes out here. So hey guys, Dr. Eve. Again, today I am planting stevia. So I'm going to turn it around. This is the bed. I've got a small bed here that I'm putting in. I bought all the stevia that I could find in the store because whatever we do, we have to do it naturally. So I'm super excited. Stevia was on my list of herbs to find, and I had been having a hard time finding it. But baby, I am in business now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stevia plants, and I'm about to put them in the ground. So I wish I could um, tilt this a little bit. Oh wait, there we go. You can still see now, right? So you're at a slant, but at least you can see that I have a lot of things going on. So I will take y'all on a tour once I have, all the plants in the ground and they're growing well. But in the month of June, the plants that are good to plant right now are cucumbers, squash, herbs, um, any type of herb. I'm planting rotel. That's a good summer June plant. I'm also planting flowers, of course. Any type of tree. I'm putting in a peach tree. I have banana, lime, papaya. I have orange. I have calamidin. I think that's how you say it. Calamidin. And I have a few other things. But today I'm planting this stevia because, baby, I need to have and dehydrate. My goal is to um, be able to grow enough, pick it. Um, you can also take stevia in the house, right? So it's actually a plant that does well in the house. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plant these. They came in these biodegradable containers, so I'm actually going to plant them right in the ground with these because these pots are biodegradable. That's the wonderful thing about um, these particular types of pots. You can set them right in the ground. So this is a stevia plant. This is one plant that is so sweet when placed into your mouth, you will literally take it out because of the impact of the sweetness. And they recommend this for especially for those who are struggling with diabetes. But I say anything sugar is bad for you, and you should be finding an alternative, period. But we also know that xylitol and a bunch of the other talls that are in these mixtures or sweeteners is bad for you. So in everything we do, we want to find God's nature, God's natural solution for us so that we are in a mode, not in always in survival, but that we are consuming what is good for us. So today, this is stevia. And as y'all can see, again, I have tomatoes. I have just planted some herbs over here, some raspberries, some lavender. I have a huge lavender abundance. And so today, though, I am planting in this bed some stevia. I have to get them in the ground. These are also, you can bring these in the house after if they need to be overwintered. But I have a greenhouse, so I will be moving these to the greenhouse in the winter to keep them from the frost. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and water the whole, water the what you when you're planting, you should always give them plenty of water. These like water, and so I'm just going to take this and sit it right in this hole. I have a bed here, and this bed is going to be specifically for stevia. So I'm excited. I got to get this stuff in the ground because I've got places to go and people to see. And so I want to make sure that everything is where it needs to be before I leave. So we're going to put this one. You can also plant stevia in pots. Um, you put some more water in there, like I said. And I really am out here got to protect myself from these daggone mosquitoes because they are horrible. So I use this um, stem for mosquitoes, and it's really strong, and it's a little bit that goes a long way. So you want to make sure that you are keeping the bugs off of you. You probably could also use neem oil because I love neem oil, and I will put that on me in a minute to keep the bugs off of me. So here's my second stevia plant that I'm putting in. Stevia likes full sun, which is why I'm putting it here. It grows up to 12 inches tall. So this is a nice length. It's not quite the ruler size, or it's probably about 6 inches right now. I would say, yeah, maybe 6 inches. And it likes to be pruned back. So this again is a bed of stevia that I am putting in. So I'm putting it in just like this because again, these containers are biodegradable. You can sit them right down in the hole and cover it up and keep it moving, right? So that's one. Give it a little bit of water. Give it some water down a little bit and make them happy. All right, so I got a few that was kind of wilting away. They were desperate for water. So today is a good day to, I got to put them in the ground because the last thing I want them to do is get too beat up by the sun. So we're going to put them in here where they can thrive better in the soil. And this container is not very deep, so it doesn't have to be a deep. They don't deep root, so again, this is a great place, and I'm going to give it some water before I put it down in the hole because it is very, very. This one is very, 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 very dry. I usually do most of my chores for the garden in the evening because it's too hot in this month to really be out here call yourself midday trying to do gardening. You know, you want to pick a time that is suitable. So I am going to give it a little shower here. I'm going to give it a little shower and make sure that it has what it needs. And by tomorrow, you're going to see it. It's going to be standing up and beautiful. All right, so we're going to I have 6 of these to put in the ground. Again, I want to make this channel about living and lifestyle and teaching things and touching you and what things can you take away from what we are going lifestyle changes can you take away from our channel. And so I personally want to be able to use my my channel for showing people lifestyle changes, how to, live an abundant life, building a life that you love, right? So this one is really, really dry. And so I'm going to take it a little deeper and take it a little deeper. Take it. These mosquitoes are horrible. They are trying to land. But baby, I got that stuff on me and they they not happy. So again, give it some good water. Again, I'm doing pots. I do some are raised beds. A lot of stuff is in the ground like these tomatoes. I'm experiencing them out in the pot and in the ground so that I can have a little bit of both. This is the garden, sit-in garden, but I'm creating a beautiful garden space out here where we can come and sit, eat, and fellowship, and also have a great time. But it is my hope that this entire land is covered with food. That's the goal. Um, we have, this is our bread and breakfast. We are creating an environment where people want to come, so that's exciting as well because in all things, we want to not only take care of the earth, give back, but God wants us to have an abundant life as well. And so we can literally do build the life that you want according to his will, right? According to his will. So this particular plant, I want to show you something though. When you're buying plants, how to get the most for your money when you are buying plants. Know it or not, this is 3 plants. This is literally 3 plants in here. And if you want to, you literally can take this out of the pot, right, and separate it and make this plant the 3, make it 3. Like you can break it down, baby. You can break this thing all the way down. When you are shopping for plants, you really should be shopping for the best possible, what the most you can get out of a plant. So with a little bit of tug here or tug there, you can separate this plant and all of it's to be more than, oh, actually, yeah, see, you see how that came apart? So that's literally one plant. So I can plant that in another area. Here's another one right here that I can plant. So you can plant, repurpose, like this is 4 different plants right here. So you literally can build more than one. You can take them and build a whole, put these in little pots, little spaces, and just separate them so that you can have an abundance. So the goal is when I buy plants, I look and see how many plants are actually, how many seedlings were put in here. And sometimes it was a lot. It was a lot of seedlings put into that one plant, you know, because most times when we are seeding or growing, putting our seeds in or preparing our seeds, um, we put a couple seeds or two in place because we want to have, we don't know whether one is not going to germinate or whatever. So I had just separated that one into 4 new plants. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be standing up and doing well. And I probably needed to have done the same for these as well. And I probably will go back, but I'm not going to do it today because I don't want to frustrate them. So this is a sage. I'm not going to put this in this bed. I'm just going to get this stevia in the ground right now because that's my biggest concern is to get it's drying out. So I don't want it to, I got to put this a little deeper. So let's go deep and pat it down. All right. So we are getting these. They are going to be probably be a little shocked for a day or two, and then they will be okay. All right, so again, stevia is a natural sweetener, and our goal is to make sure that I will be showing you guys how to dehydrate this food, how to dehydrate as well, so that you can begin to build in the safety that your family is going to need in the years to come because baby, we gotta save ourselves, right? And so I hope that my channel will offer you some of that goodness as you build out the life that you and your family are in need of. We know that we are living in a time when this is really, really solid. I need to break it up because I feel like it just needs a little bit more love. It's packed. It feels packed. And I just want to loosen it up. The mosquitoes love this water, y'all. So thank God I'm prepared and they can't get on me. I got to make sure that these things are in here. Okay. Now, so hey there. Hey everyone. I can't see you, but I'm trying to get, I've got one more stevia to put in. And I've put these in. I'm going to see what else I can stick in here. I'm probably going to put something in this roselle. I got to get the roselle in the bed too. Again, like I said, these were pretty dry. I let them sit on that table. That sun, it's been scorching hot out here. So, you know, if I let it sit too long, these love water. So I'm going to give them lots of water, get them in the ground so they can bounce back. So we're going to put this one right here again. Oh, it's a lot of water in there. So they're going to love this bed for a while. In this bed, I put holes in the bottom so that the water can drain out nicely so that we don't have wet feet. I think this one needs to come apart because it's really, okay, I need to take this out of this pot. So I'm gonna break it down. Like I said, you can break them down. When I shop to see how many plants I actually have. And again, I have tons of plants here. Like, oh, the mosquitoes are bad. So I'm gonna put that one there, and I will take this one and reroute it and put this one in the bed too. Looks like I still have some roots here, even though I broke this one off, but hopefully I can get it to come back. I'm gonna stick it right on back down there in that ground. And I'm gonna put this one back over here. And I probably really mess with the root system on that one, but not this one. This one is, we're gonna give it its own place. I don't know what that is, but that's a pretty big stone. Let's just get that out of here. This hole, that came out of, this is, for those of you who are coming late, this is a stevia bed. And it will look better tomorrow because it needed, some of my plants got a little dry, and I had to come out tonight to plant them because they were drying up. So we're gonna give these some love, and I'll give you a picture of this bed tomorrow. Um, yeah, but if you don't have stevia, when I went to the nursery here and I saw the stevia, I bought every stevia plant I saw that was there because I, I want to make sure that I have stevia for life. It can also flower and seed. I believe these are going to do just fine. They're already starting to perk up. Let's give these leaves some water. Let's just give them some water. I'm going to plant another herb in here, right here in the corner. I'm going to put this I'm going to put this sage in here because deer, I have a problem with deer, and they don't like herbs. And so I surround everything with herbs. I have lavender everywhere because they don't like to get their feet wet. When they get their feet in inside of lavender, they can't smell because the lavender throws off their ability to smell. And so I am putting in here, where's my tool? I'm putting in here some sage. I'm probably going to put over there too on the other side. I'll probably put some rosemary. But rosemary gets really big and woody. So I want to be careful what I actually put in here because that rosemary will take over. Just like mint, but that rosemary gets really, really, really thick. And so that's it for today. I am literally want to share some planting experience with you as I am on my journey to save myself and my family. I hope that you enjoy what you saw here. If you have any questions, I know that there are a lot of channels out here on YouTube. We are all doing things, but some of us are doing things for one reason or another. I am homesteading and teaching others to also homestead, but I'm also teaching the um, defense, proper defense for your garden, how to make some comparisons, how to build in a garden, how to build and beautify your area as a bed and breakfast when you are house hacking. As a house hacker, I um, have a bed and breakfast. Sometimes it's my children or family or whoever, but making money on your land is doable, right? And so, but you have to add beautiful things. Like I do decor, I have a strong line of creativity and decor and ambience. You want to create ambience on your property for people to enjoy as well. So tomorrow I'll probably share with you I have a bunch of roselle to put in. I love roselle. They are from the hibiscus family, and I happen to find like this abundance of roselle at this nursery that I found in the country. And so I will begin to start showing you different aspects of that. And if you are not growing, you should be, because we are living in some very perilous times where growing food is an absolute necessity. Um, it's no longer, it is an absolute necessity. Like, and people say, well, I can't grow food. Yes, you can. I started in a townhouse with no ground, no dirt, and I grew out of swimming pools, I grew out of bags, I grew out of shoe bags, I grew out of anything, boots, I grew out of anything where I could put some dirt in it, right? My husband now brings me old pots from the work site, anything old that I can put dirt in. This bin I bought from Lowe's was, kind of expensive, but you can actually grow in anything. if you can look around your house and look in your barn, look and see what can contain or what can hold. People even, if you can get to some of those dollar baskets in the, you ever see the Dollar Tree and you can go and buy the little dollar baskets and line them with some plastic. They already have holes in them, so you don't need to worry about drainage. But you can put plastic and you can put pinholes in the plastic. No, we don't really want to do a lot of plastic, but the bottom line is I gotta water the flowers and the trees back here while I'm sitting here. But you can grow in bags, and the thing is to go ahead and get started, learn how. So I'm excited that me and my organization has now we're coupling. We have gotten a couple of plots in Greenville, North Carolina, so we can begin to show women how to garden and how to teach their children how to grow food because we are responsible for moving the needle on our own determinants of health. And we can't wait for the government to tell us how we're going to eat, baby. Because here's the thing about about food. Food, if it's not organic, what are they putting on the food? How they grow the food is important too because when you use pesticides are harmful. And so you have to learn how to grow food organically. And so that's what I'm learning how to do. That's what I'm teaching others how to do. I'm learning how to do myself every day. Again, I hope that my hope for this channel is that you can learn something from even the lifestyle changes that I am making as a 61-year-old Black female who is concerned about how we access, is concerned about removing the barriers that are associated with our access, education, and social support. If you haven't heard, we have a support group every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, Look for that in the description box of this video. You can join us from anywhere in the world. We're really excited about what's happening in that space because we're getting from A to B and from B to C and from C to D and et cetera, setting our life goals and just, creating pathways to achieve the things that we want to achieve, including um, helping helping others to move the needle on things they want to achieve in life as well. Anyway, I am Dr. Eve, your community health and human service educator, out here practicing what I preach, right? It is so imperative that I've got to go water everything, but it's so imperative that when we teach a thing that we also be practicing that thing. I am a homesteader, y'all. I'm a homesteader living in an urban community in a convention district. And I'm excited about what we can even do here in the city, in our urban areas, and how we can take control of our lives, how we can take control of our health, one brick at a time, one plant at a time, one lesson at a time, um, one jar at a time, one herb at a time. We can take full control of our lives as we begin to transform our lives, our children, and the lives of our family because we only have one purpose in life. We were born and sat in the garden. It goes all the way back, y'all. If y'all don't understand nothing else, when we were chosen, you were chosen out of a million sperms that swam to your mother's egg. And out of those, you were chosen to do a thing. We were set in the garden. Adam and Eve were set in the garden. And they in the garden was everything they needed because the only purpose that we have is to manage and take care of the earth, right? And everything, every creature, every bearing, every seed, our water systems. We were designed to praise Him and to take care of everything that He created us to care for. I hope that you find joy in that today. I'm going to come back tomorrow morning and take a picture and show you what's happening by a reel, not a reel, but a short. I'll do a short to show you how things are going in the garden, right? This is Dr. Eve here on the podcast Touch One Life, Touch Millions. And I'm glad you're here. If there's anything I can do for you, please join us every Tuesday. Again, visit the description, the website in my description box here, and go join us for the Lunch and Learn as we take back our lives so that we can live in the earth, right? Because we're supposed to have an abundant life and live in fullness in the earth, right? Okay, so that's all I have today. Plant stevia. If you can find stevia, go find you some. If you are in Greenville and would like to join our Greenville team as we fill up the plots and plant some June crops, in the Pitt County healthy living communities where we are growing food, then click the link and I'll give you more information about that. Okay, again, this is Dr. Eve. I hope you have the most amazing day in whatever you do. Don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to be. Peace and blessings.